guys, you're watching the Crazy Poplock channel and I'm Bharti this side. So today in this video I have a review for you guys, and this product that I have, it's a camera, and this camera I purchased more than 2 years back, and it's a pretty famous camera now. You guys must have known about the Fujifilm Instax Mini 8 camera. So if you are planning to buy a camera and trying to invest in one, or you want it, or you want to know more about this camera, then please continue watching.
As you can see, I have a fresh pack of Instax Mini monochrome film, so I'm going to open that up and show you guys how I install it in my Instax Mini 8 camera. With the films, you have to be very careful handling them. You're not supposed to press them hard or anything like that. You have to carefully open them and open the seal of the packaging as well. The foil that you can see, this packaging, just open it very carefully. You must be very careful not to press it, because if you press it by accident, it's going to disrupt the whole film. And now I am going to show you guys how to install it. So once I've opened the packaging, I'm going to carefully insert it in the camera where you're supposed to install the cartridge films. And as you can see, the yellow mark should match with your film cartridge. That way you have installed it correctly. Make sure you carefully do that, and as you can see, it matches. That means you have installed it correctly. Once you have installed the fresh pack of films correctly, just switch on the camera, and that's how you switch it on, the button over there. And then as you can see, the red light blinking, that means the flash is charging, and that once it stops blinking, that means you can start clicking photos. So once you've put the fresh pack of films, make sure to click it once so that the cover of the film gets out. As you can see, it's that easy to use this camera. Once the cover is out, at the back the numbers shown, how many number of films which are left over here. This way it helps to know how many films are left.
So I purchased this camera more than 2 years back from Amazon India website, and that time it was for 6,000 rupees, within 6,000 rupees. And now if you look at Amazon India website, the current price now, it's for 4,500 rupees, 4,500, and that price is great. Even the films of these cameras are slightly more affordable now compared to how much it used to cost 2 years back. And now you have these beautiful, amazing colors as well to choose from in the Mini 8 camera series. And these are like the beginner version. It's pretty affordable. Yes, they do look like a toy, but it's very fun to use this. And even though it looks like a toy, it's like very well built. It doesn't feel cheap when you hold it. And you only need 2 pencil-sized batteries for using this camera. 2 pencil-sized battery, which over here, as you can see, I'll just try to open it. These are the 2 batteries it uses. So I'll just yeah, and you don't have to regularly change the batteries. It doesn't take that much of the battery power, so it usually lasted this power for more than a year, so it's pretty good. And I only like to use this in special occasions. I have to like plan accordingly, in the sense like in which trip is it worth taking, with whom do you want to click photos with, because the films are not really cheap. The films are the ones, it's not the camera which is expensive, it's the film. So each film, technically for many films, you are spending at least 50 rupees. That's the guess, 50 rupees estimate. Let's say it like that. You're spending for one photo. So these kind of films, so that way you can't just randomly keep on clicking. that ways. So yeah, and these kind of camera is great for anyone who likes to capture memories, and likes the feel of hard copy of the photo in your hands, and the whole retro style of the photos and everything. If you like that old school kind of vibe, if you like that, then you'll definitely enjoy using this camera. For other people who only like digital kind of photos, because let's admit it's the digital age now. Digital age, yeah. So it's the digital age now, and because of that, not everyone would be like, is it really worth spending so much for physical hard copy? So it all depends. It's great when you're with your loved ones, especially with your loved ones, and you're using this camera. It's great to capture those moments and all that. And this kind of camera is pretty great in the sense I've used this since more than 2 years now, and I highly recommend it. I love using this. I remember I went to McLeodganj as well with my boyfriend, and we were just having tea in a cafe, and there was this Tibetan lady with her 5-year-old son, and they were looking so cute together, and the boy kept on looking towards our side, and he was just smiling, and he was just staring at this camera. His eyes were on this camera because that time Lionel had clicked one of my portrait photos in that cafe. So he was just staring, so I just asked him, pointing at the camera, saying, do you want a photo? So he was really intrigued by it, and he was curious, and I said, okay, then sit with your mother and I will take a photo for you guys. And I took a photo of them together, and I gifted that particular photo to them, and they really loved it. It's great for gifting purpose as well. It's great, like you click a photo of a stranger and you gift it to them, and they love it, and it's amazing. And that way people get really impressed by this camera. I've noticed, like when they see that instant photo and all that, even they feel like buying it. It's pretty cool once you see it face to face and how it works. It's pretty great and amazing. One thing I wanted to let you guys all know is that the Instax Mini photos that you see is not really Polaroid, because people, I've seen people calling these photos like a Polaroid camera. They call these, it's like a Polaroid, you know, they keep calling Polaroid. It's not Polaroid, because Polaroid is a name of a brand, just like Fujifilm is a name of a brand. So it's more like an instant photo. You can call it an instant photo rather than a Polaroid photo, because it's a brand. Plus, on top of that, people, you're not supposed to shake the photo when it comes out. You're not supposed to at all, because you kind of disrupting the chemical process of the developing of the film. So usually if you Google it as well, it's recommended, people say that you, so just flip the film and let it develop in the dark, and that way it develops very nicely. No need to shake it. You're not supposed to actually shake it, so don't ever think about shaking it, because whenever I see people using that camera and they start shaking it, and if you are planning to display the photos on a string and just hang it on a wall, just make sure the wall where you're planning to display the photos is not exactly touching. The sunlight is not touching those photos, because displaying it in front of the sunlight ways, it's not recommended, because that ways your photos won't last longer. So it's recommended if you keep it in like a photo album, it's great. Or if you want to display it somewhere where it's the sunlight is not facing that area, so just away from the sunlight. It's highly recommended for that. Yeah, and keep it in a cool, dry place, in a dark place. So a photo, like I was telling you about the little boy with his mother, and that time when he saw, this is a photo. This is the photo which Lionel clicked of me in McLeodganj, and these are the small mini 8 size. It's like quite card size kind of photos, and these are cute if you want to carry a photo with you in your wallet of your loved ones. It's pretty great. Even I have a photo of my dog in my wallet because he's my baby, so yeah. And yeah, these are the plain photos that you see. These are the plain ones, and you get these colored ones as well. This is a friend of mine. So a friend of mine, we were being silly and we clicked a photo, and this is more like a more designer version of the films, and these are slightly more expensive compared to the normal plain simple photos. So yeah, and these photos are great. It's great, you know, you store them. I stored them in the box, but I just recently ordered a photo album from Amazon India, so that I will be storing my all the photos that I have in the photo album. So guys, I really hope you liked the review video of my Instax Mini 8 camera, and I hope the tips that I've shared with you guys would be very useful for you in the future. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video of mine, and please, if you are new to my channel, then please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you own any kind of Instax Mini 8 camera or any Fujifilm Instax camera, or if you're planning to buy one, if you really want it and why you think it's so good, please do comment down below, and I would really love to read your comments and even reply to you if you have any questions.